Okay, well, here we are on Friday. It is, man, it's hard to believe Friday, end of the week already. And hopefully you've had a good week. Hopefully you had a good day yesterday. Man, I'm sorry it's a little dark on that there. Don't know why that is. But anyway, hopefully you had a good week and looking forward to the weekend here as we finish up the work week and head into hopefully a couple days off for many of you, Saturday and Sunday. And want to thank you all for being on. Encourage you to like, share, and comment here this morning. Yesterday was my last spoke at Kobiak last night for some group of teenagers there. So it's kind of my last night of the summer out there speaking, and what a privilege it was to be out there speaking to some of the young people. And just I was just trying to be a blessing, trying to encourage young people, and hopefully that was the case. And it was just a privilege and honor. Thank you, many of you who prayed for me each Tuesday and Thursday as I went out there. Now, we are looking into the book of Proverbs and chapter 28, Proverbs chapter 28. And we're going to look down at verse number 3. So Proverbs 28, verse number 3, which the Bible tells us a poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. And so here you have a poor man oppressing a poor man, trying to rule over the poor man, and really a poor man kicking another poor man while he's down. Okay, and really, what's the purpose? What's the point? I guess we would say, and you can, and really, that's what happens here. What the scriptures indicate here as it continues: a poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. It's like a rainstorm that comes through, and maybe you think about it this way: if there's too much rain, it can flood everything out and tears out everything in its path. If the rain comes too fast and too hard, it can wash things out. Or if there's not enough of it, okay, then what's the purpose of the rain? The rain is there to water the earth, to make things grow. And so a sweeping rain goes through, comes in and out fairly quickly. And so the purpose of the poor oppressing the poor, there isn't. So we must be mindful of that. There's no result in it. There's no good that really will come from it. Verse number 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. Now, here we have really the contrast of several individuals here. We've got those that forsake the law are associated with the wicked, and then those that keep the law contend with them. They contend with the wicked. It's kind of like this, okay? Those that are forsaking the law, they are closely associated with the wicked, as we've already said. And here's the reason why. And you may see this play out, and maybe it'll cause you to question maybe what you see in politics and all that kind of stuff. We see sin, we see lawbreakers being praised in our society today. In some regard, we see the looting, the rioting we saw in years past, last couple of years, being praised. And we see people really giving individuals a get out of jail free card, paying their bail so they can get out of jail. We see that there are some attorneys and all of that are actually getting people out of jail, those that should be going to jail, that they're guilty, but they've been getting out of jail. So I want you to think about this now. The lawless, or the ones that forsake the law, they praise the wicked. Why do they do that? Okay, why is wickedness being praised today and righteousness being turned to wickedness? Because here's the reason why. Because it deflects from the wrongdoing that the individual is involved in. The one that forsakes the law, they praise the wicked, so that the spotlight isn't on them and what they're doing, but rather it's on others. And so they're busy looking out at everybody else. Now, I don't want to get into politics so much, but just kind of the example that we've been fed, okay? And there's people guilty of things on both sides, but the reason for in recent years into some in politics, and it's all been kind of proven now, the reason for the Russia promoting our former president that, hey, he was an agent of Russia. What was the point of that? It was because the wickedness that others were involved in, the spotlight was being shown on them, was being shined on them. And so what do? You begin to accuse people of other things to get the spotlight off of you. And that's what the people that that are forsaking the law, that are doing wrong already, they will praise the wicked. They will uplift the wicked to get the spotlight off of themselves and onto others. So they praise the wicked. And that's what's going on in our world today. The wicked are being praised. And people that are living righteously, like you and I, we would say, man, how are they praising the wicked? Man, that's horrible. And so we look over here and they're getting away with breaking the law, forsaking the law over here because we're so how can they praise the wicked? And man, we've got to do all that we can to make sure that the wicked are not praised, make sure the wicked are taken care of and all of that. Meanwhile, these guys over here are breaking the law. So that's the game that's played. You continue, it says, but such as keep the law contend with them. Those that are keeping the law, they contend with the wicked. They go after the wicked and even those that forsake the law. So you really can kind of see who's on the side of the law here, who is on the side of contending with the wicked and those that are living righteously. Who's on which side? It's all in their response to things. Man, if the wickedness is being praised, then they're doing some shady things. If they're contending against the wicked and they're contending against those that forsake the law, that's the side you want to be on. And so that's just something to think about as we consider the political sphere that we find ourselves in. Take a step back. I don't know where you fall politically. That I guess doesn't matter so much right now, but if they're praising wickedness, man, they're hiding something else. Think about this now. Abortion, wrong, evil, it's murder. Why would people be pushing promotion or be pushing abortion? That wickedness, that awfulness. It makes you think, what else is going on? What other kind of evil, what kind of law breaking are they involved in? The fact that they promote such wickedness. Okay. The gender dysphoria, the gender issue that we find ourselves in today. And I mentioned it already this week, the transgenders that were promoted in churches this past week, in several churches this past week. How disgusting. The fact that in our schools, they don't know they can use whatever bathroom. We've got men competing in women's sports. We've got it's no longer women that get pregnant; it's menstruating people, and we don't know what a woman is. What's the point of all of that? What's the point of that wickedness? It's to hide the evil. Those that are forsaking the law, they're using it to get the spotlight off of them so they can continue to break the law and do what they want with the law. And because our focus is all over there. And do some research, you'll find they've been breaking laws. Now, think about your life now, okay? Let's talk a lot about other people, and I know we're not on here for political banter and all that kind of stuff. Think about your life. Are you contending with the wicked? Or are you promoting the wicked? We mentioned several things that the world has been promoting. Maybe our politicians have been promoting. And you know what? You know what that does is that kind of breaks us down a little bit. And before you know it, we're kind of drinking the Kool-Aid, if you will. and we're beginning to think that, you know what, sin isn't that bad when it's evil. And so in your life, man, we've got to contend. We've got to contend against evil in this world. Jude tells us this, which we've been looking at. We are to contend for the faith. How do we contend for the faith? Well, we contend against evil, for the faith against evil, for the faith against the devil, for faith against the worldliness, the flesh, all that. We contend for the faith. And that's our purpose on this earth. And so as you think about these couple verses here, they can be a little difficult as we look at our world today. And man, you look at the political atmosphere, they could be a little difficult. And you know what? It ought to cause us to be on the side of the law and living rightly, because hopefully we don't have ulterior motives. We want the light to not shine on our evil, our wickedness. And so we pointed at somebody that's a little bit further down the supposed wickedness trail. And so we need to think about those things. Hey, let's live righteously. Let's contend with evil and contend for the faith. Okay. Went a little bit longer. I wanted to get a couple more verses in, but so I'm sorry about that. And sorry to ramble a little bit. Didn't want to do that, but just, man, you just kind of see it in our world today, the wickedness being promoted. And that verse there kind of indicates the reason why wickedness is promoted is because those that are promoting it are hiding the fact of their wrongdoing. And so just something to think about there. Okay. I'm going to sign off here for the weekend. We'll give a few shout outs here. I want to encourage you to be in prayer for us as we are taking a group down to Farwell and to Trinity Baptist Church tomorrow. We're going to be leaving at the church at 9:00 and heading down and passing out some Vacation Bible School flyers for them. And so I encourage our young people to be here for that and be in prayer for us as we head down. And young people be ready to go and head down there and be a blessing to the ministry down there at Pastor Hal Cole's church there. And then services on Sunday. Encourage you to be there for that. Sunday night, we're going to gather around the Lord's table. We're going to have a time of testimonies, take some favorites, and just kind of rejoice in the summer and all that good stuff. And so we'll have some testimonies, some favorites, and gather around the Lord's table. It'll be a wonderful time of worship of the Lord together there. Okay, so be planning on that. All right, let me give a couple shout outs. You be in prayer for the events of the weekend. Brian and Cindy, good morning to you. Have a wonderful day. Looks like it's going to be beautiful out there. Lynette, good morning to you. Also saw your second comment there. We'll be praying for your children and be praying for them. And Shirley, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being on. Jean, good morning to you. Have a wonderful weekend. Cliff and Karen, good morning. Hope you have a great day. Charlie and Marcia, have an awesome day. And Bill, good morning to you. Ingrid, good morning to you as well. Have a great day. Got a busy one, I know, and look forward to getting things accomplished with you today. David, good morning to you as well. Hope you have a great day. Lynette, thank you so much for your prayers and look forward to you heading this way sometime in the future as well. Always good to see you all. All right. I'm going to let you go and we'll see you, Lord willing, sometime this weekend. Many of you, those of you who cannot be around, just be in prayer for the ministry here. Pray for me. I appreciate your prayers so much. All right. Lord bless you all. Have a great, great day.